Welcome to another episode of Middle Ground with JLE L.L.C, where we treat you like family. That's the theme song, Detroit Love, off my first album, The JLE Experience. I own the music and copyright, don't mute on Facebook. We got another amazing guest for you in this season 12. Got some stuff on the page, so I wrote it down. So seen smart like in these streets. Let's do it. We have the encouraging leaders to create inclusive strategy and succession plans for sustainable growth and retaining talent, assisting solopreneurs to document and sell their framework, Fractional COO, the lazy millennial business process consultant, Adriana Richardson. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm excited.
I appreciate you for doing it. First question, what led you to this path?
All right. So I'm going to speed it up a little bit. I'm going to tell y'all from the very beginning. So let me be honest. I did not want to start. I did not want to be a business owner. So I'll start there. I'll start with that. Okay. But what led me to it, I was on a board of a local nonprofit here, and the board member was the one that actually prompted me to start a business. She was just kind of like, hey, like, you're sitting here in an unpaid position. I can't pay you right now, but what I can do is help you start a business doing all this same stuff that you're doing for us.
Nice.
And I was just like, no. So finally, she was just like, look, she set me up the website. She was like, look, figure out a name, figure out like your domain, what you want to get, and this is yours. You do virtual assistant. So that's how I started a virtual assistant business with her pushing. That went really well. And I ended up turning it into an agency, probably a year later. And from there, pretty much it was just like a lot of trial and error. So that virtual assistant agency made me start the Lazy Millennial, because what ended up happening is that I had a bunch of women working underneath me with me, and I couldn't get myself out of the middle of it. I was stuck. People were still coming to me. It wasn't running like a business. And I was just like, I don't want this life. So I ended up getting rid of the agency.
Okay.
And ended up transitioning to consulting in the Lazy Millennial in 2021. And here we are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, why did you call it that, and what all services does it offer?
All right. So with the Lazy Millennial, what I do here is consulting and operational technical writing. So making sure I do pretty much what we know the consulting work, making sure I tell people how to do things, how to make sure their businesses are actually going into something sustainable, and making sure the process and stuff are streamlined, making sure things are actually documented so they can pass it on, not be like me. They can actually pass it on to their teams or their successor, whoever they want to do. I pretty much started the Lazy Millennial from my mistakes with the agency. But there's that. And then operational technical writing, this is where doing the standard operating procedures come in, making sure the steps are actually clear, and making sure things are more inclusive. I tell people I have ADHD, so I don't learn the same way as everybody else does. So having those big booklets or PDFs and things like that, I don't learn very well. Or even with videos, it's I need notes and things taught in advance. So I just teach other business owners to do the same thing when it comes to their operations.
Okay. That's pretty cool. Now, what is the duties of the business process consultant?
You said, what do I do as a business process? Okay. So I'll give y'all the brief answer, then I'll go a little bit more in depth. So the most simple thing I tell people what I do is I help businesses streamline and document their operations. So within that, I do a lot of education on what business processes actually are, and the transition from actual processes to standard operating procedures and things like that. So it's a lot of teaching. It's a lot of getting people to understand, okay, this is what you're trying to do with your business. Does it make sense? Can you actually scale it? And things like that. And then, of course, what I mentioned beforehand, the standard operating procedures, making sure their stuff is actually documented. So that way things get passed on, and also kept more inclusive and stuff as time went on.
What's an example of that? I hear this process. What does she really mean?
It's honestly just a lot of talking, really, just letting y'all know how to run a business, I guess, the correct way to run a business and scale it.
Okay, so when you say documents, is it
writing the
business plan type thing that you ain't done yet? You need to do ABC or the business plan.
Well, something like that, but more so literally writing down how you do your business, like all of that stuff in there, like business. I say it's somewhat like a business plan, but like we go a little bit more in depth with it. So like if you're planning to, I'm just gonna throw like right now you have your show. What we would do is like write out all the steps for the show, like how that works, and like how if you weren't the one hosting it, how would that look like for someone else to host it, or how would that look like if you're not here to pass on or things like that. So yeah, so like literally, it's like a business plan, but like way more in depth.
Okay. Because just try to make it a little more simple for people that's gonna watch. Like,
yeah, it's like I was like, it's a business plan, but like I do I say business plan, but I was like, it's way more information involved.
Yeah, because to be doing right here, it's a lot of preparation.
Yeah,
to get to this point.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Be comfortable on camera. Come up with decent questions. Research the person. Create the flyer. Put on all social media. Then re-put it on there. Send out the response when someone schedules. Thanks for coming. You doing Friday? Woo woo woo. You doing Saturday? Thank woo woo woo. Then follow up. That's a lot.
It is. Yeah, and that's exactly what. It's just making sure that stuff is actually.
I'm glad you're saying that right now.
I was like, it's a whole job in itself. So I was just like making sure that stuff's on track. So like, especially when I deal a lot with like the exit plans and succession plans and stuff. So like making sure like when people want to go back, if they're selling or they're just simply closing down, all that stuff is already like, okay, this is what I had. This is how I did it. And sometimes I help people like sell that because that's where the framework stuff come in. I'm pretty sure you're about to ask me that, so I'll wait. But like that's where the intellectual property comes in, and some people like to sell that stuff. So
yeah. I was gonna ask framework, fractional CEO.
Yeah, so I won't go too far ahead.
Those gonna be next question. So you right on point.
Oh, okay. Well, perfect. So that's where the documentation piece comes in. So like the documentation, so pretty much how you run and conduct your business. The next step I usually take with some people, not everyone does this, but like if you have like a unique process, usually some people want to sell that. And that's how people end up scaling their business and scaling just, some people don't want to build a team, but like they still want to build out their business and make more impact. So licensing and stuff comes in. And sometimes if they have a unique process or people like really like, oh man, I love how you run this show. I like how you do this. I like how you do these services. Cool. All that stuff that you wrote down can be sold off to somebody else to make their life easier and their business easier. So that's what I help with. Yeah, I was like, listen, lazy millennial for a reason.
I might have to get with you.
Yeah, I was like, listen, I'm all about like efficiency and finding unique ways for us to make more money.
Yeah, because my process, I could write this down. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly where the process documentation comes in. There's so many different outlets that we don't think about taking when it comes to that. So that's why I really, really like pushing. Like if y'all write down y'all stuff, there's so many ways y'all can take it.
Now, when you use framework, I think of computer stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, I always try to like mix up the wording, but yeah, some people, the online space, something they'll call like frameworks or something like that. But I know it's like I gotta remember.
But in what we're talking about, the framework would be, I wrote down how I do this. That would be the framework. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. Now, what has the experience been like working with companies through this process?
Ooh. Honestly, it's opened my eyes to a whole lot of stuff. Like pretty much it confirmed a lot of, it's like, I'm trying to think of like a delicate way to say this, but like pretty much like no one knows what they're doing. Honestly, it confirmed a lot of us don't know what we're doing. And like I always tell, because I work a lot with small business owners too, it's just like y'all are no different than like the corporate companies and stuff too. It's just they have more manpower to support like the sales and marketing piece of it. But I was like, when it comes to like the organization, the structure, and all this stuff, it lacks. It's just they just keep piling on money. But I'll say that there are some good things too. Like it helped with it's just a lot. It's just a lot of like back and forth. But like once you can actually like get in and do the work, it's fun. Like I see it as kind of like putting puzzles together. So it's just like I mentioned, not everybody has. It's like I always try to like find like nicer ways to say stuff, but like it's not everything's super organized. We'll say that. Not everything's super organized. So like going in to like figure out like, okay, they're losing money in this outlet. How can I come in and make sure like these processes actually like one, make sense, and two, how can we make this more efficient so that way they're not losing money and also maximizing the resources that they already have. So like it's just a lot of figuring out what works, what doesn't work, and what can be cut. So that's why like with the businesses and stuff too, like with some of the bigger businesses, I won't say like corporate side, I was like some of the smaller businesses are doing really well, but it's just everyone just kind of, I find that people really like pile down on sales and marketing, which is needed, but it's like they miss out on so much money on like just simply structuring themselves the right way or making sure the stuff is organized. Like I mentioned, like documenting stuff. Like a lot of stuff tends to be not documented. So it's just kind of like they're just going off memory. They knew this process worked before. Like they knew if I got run ads or something like that, that process worked in the past. So they keep continuously trying to throw more money into it. It's just like it's not working. So then they try to hire sales teams and things like that. But anyway, overall, it's really interesting when you go into different businesses and like figuring out like, okay, maybe I'm not as far as behind as I thought I was. And like everyone is still in this same little hamster wheel. It may not look like they're struggling, but kind of are. But it's interesting. That's the most I can say about the job, because it's just kind of like we're all in this together. Like no one fully knows what they're doing.
How do the people receive the critique?
Okay. I'm laughing already. So some people want it. So like a lot of times I have to work in with teams because I got to do all the different departments. But some people like it. Some people are kind of on the fence. So it's like I said, a lot of my job is just like teaching. So it's just like I'm not here to take anybody's job. I'm not trying to get anyone fired. Like I'm simply here to make sure things are running efficiently. So like it honestly helps the employees and stuff more so, because it's like they're giving y'all so much to do when in actuality they only need to do like maybe a few tasks out the thing and to really make things run. So it's some people like me, but I've had instances where people did not like me and it made
grab their pearls. You said what?
Yeah, I'm just like
what? My head has been for the last 5 years. And you telling me what?
Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. Like she doesn't know what she's talking about. So it's like sometimes, like I said, like I got the millennial name and stuff in there, so they already kind of like millennial, like where, like why? So it's interesting. Right? So like it's always a relief when I get into like a project and people actually like want me there, or they're like excited to talk to me and stuff. So it's just oh thank God. But honestly, I'm more so prepared for people not to like me. But it's just like it's the job, and then also too, it's just like I don't. Sometimes I can be kind of I don't know if it's just because like my attitude or whatever, but it's just like I kind of like write it off. It's just like I don't let that stuff bother me. It's like it's just business. So it's just like I guess sometimes they get upset that I don't get upset with them, because it's like, oh, you don't like me, but it's just like I'm here to do a job anyway. So it's like either we're gonna do this or we're not. So yeah, I
have a question.
Okay. Yeah, I can keep going, but go ahead.
This is a great show. I don't know if you'll watch. You watch The Big Bang Theory?
I have not watched the full seasons, but I have caught episodes here and there.
Do you come off like Sheldon to some people?
Yeah. I've heard that because I've actually this is terrible. But it was like I've actually had people
great show
get upset with me. I was like, it's not like, and I don't mean because like I sincerely tried to like I think I'm doing a good job talking to people and like, oh, like this is fine. I think I'm being nice and trying to be smiley and stuff, but like it still like falls flat and it's like, oh, like you just got this rude behind person here to helping with these processes. Like, no, I'm not. It's just I don't know, but yeah,
I'm listening. Like
I have been compared to
heard this female Sheldon. Very, very helpful and very honest.
Yeah, it's just like I don't
And some
know.
people can't take it. Like, dang, you didn't even lead. You didn't even build up to say that system
Yeah,
don't work.
and
You
that's what
start
it
with this.
is. Because I
Hey,
was
you
like, I
just
don't.
out with it.
It's like my job is here to be efficient for y'all. So like for me, the sugarcoat stuff is
Yeah.
gonna make the project longer, and then it's just like what do you want me? Like what do you want me here for? Like y'all came for me
Yeah.
for this, so we're gonna work on this. So I
This
was like,
is
if I see something that doesn't look right, I want to let you know. But I'm still working. Like I feel like honestly, I feel like that's like the hardest part of my job is just nice. I'm maybe not nicely, but like softer. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. It's like I need to learn how to say stuff softer, I guess, because it's just kind of like, okay, this is the problem, so we need to work on X, Y, Z. And like my brain, I'm just like, okay, like this is it, and everyone's just like, whoa, like, did you just say it like, did you say we need to do this?
Clutching their pearls, like, where you find this person from?
Yeah, so that has been the hardest part for me. I was like, I feel like I'm soft, but maybe I don't know. That's
you
been
all
the
right
hardest
with
part.
me? I met a female Sheldon. You all right with me? You just very honest.
Yeah,
there to
I
do
was
the
like, I
job,
don't
make
try to
it
be
better.
mean or anything, but it's just like when it comes to work, this is the
Time to
work. This
work.
is what I do.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Now, I'm serious one. You know Chris Calloway. Love that
Oh,
you're called the lazy millennial. Also love your energy, Adriana.
well, thank you. I appreciate it.
And if you don't know her, I appreciate you tuning in. These new people.
Hey, y'all.
Erica Casey. No, you do not have to be softer. That's one of your
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like I don't need to either, but I was like, I don't know. I was like, maybe I
You
need
do
to
what you do.
learn better speak, but I was like, everyone tells me I'm usually okay, so
You do what you do.
yeah.
I mean, I found it. I mean, to me, when I read in the Bible, is yay and nay. That's what I do. So
Yeah.
either you cool or you suck.
Yeah.
And I've been amazed at people I know, like Jeff. I want your honest opinion of something. Like disclaimer: do you really want my opinion?
Right.
Okay, I did my disclaimer because I'm going to break it down from 0 to infinity and what you need to do and hold no punches.
Right.
Hey,
Exactly.
you want right? I asked disclaimer. Did you want to know? So I want you right.
I know.
And
And I was
there
like,
has to be accountability in the situation if there needs to be. I can't say that person sucking when your fault too. Both of y'all did it.
yeah.
Now, this is what you need to do on your part to try to make it better.
Yeah, that's exactly how I see things. So it's just like, I don't know. I honestly feel like that's been like the biggest gap too, like when it comes to like telling, because no one wants to be told like, oh, this is wrong or you're doing things the wrong way. So it's just like, I feel like that's honestly been like the hardest part of the job, because like the job itself is, to me, like let me say that, to me the job itself is easy because it's like I'm solving problems, and like that's pretty much all of our jobs. We're solving some sort of problem. So but it's just like, it's just the feelings that get involved with it sometimes, just kind of like okay, that's been the hardest part.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Eric said, I say what I say, and that is my brand.
I love
Okay.
it.
And now this your daughter. I'm okay. Me and Erica, mother, daughter. Oh, you're Erica, not your daughter. My bad. She's my mom. 12
Okay.
good people. You're good people.
Oh, well, thank
Appreciate
you.
that. Mom, daughter joining the show. Appreciate you. And I'm a storyteller. I like the truth. I'm with you on that. Tell the truth.
Yes, I was like, please don't let anyone tell y'all any different. Tell the truth, because I was like, if they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't.
I know if I suck on something, that's my people. They tell me the truth.
Yeah, that's how I'm like. That's been another thing too. Is just like, because I've been doing so much different projects and work, and like sometimes people don't like to hurt your feelings, but I'm just like, I'm constantly always asking like, what's like. I mean, my whole thing is process, like process improvement stuff. I was like, I need to know if I'm doing terrible in something, or so I know for myself to like improve something. Like, I don't want to go somewhere thinking I'm just like all high and mighty and go someplace like, oh, like we actually are looking for this and you're doing this. So it's just like, that's more embarrassing down the line, thinking I'm doing something good and it's not improved at all.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer. My name attached to it got to be A1.
Exactly.
I don't want to hear no mess.
Nothing that looks tacky.
Once I started doing this and moved from audio to live streaming, unfortunately, had to look at people, deal with my issues. Yep. God ain't fair. I would go back, rewatch. Okay, what you do better? look at the camera more. All right, research what other people show, say they do that better. You want to be on point.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole point of it.
Mm-hmm. You been doing your thing. Now you did have another company about moms. Why did you stop doing that company?
Oh, that one. Okay, so like I mentioned in the beginning of this, I have ADHD, so that actually was a spur of the moment project. Like it originally was supposed to be just a Facebook group for local moms in my area where we all met up at different businesses and stuff. And I just kept being like, oh, this is exciting. Like, let me just add this. Let me just add this. And then next thing I knew, I had a full-fledged, I got an LLC for it and was meeting people around the state. And then like when COVID hit, I opened it up for like other people around the nation to come and join us and stuff too. So like it was going really well, but it's just I just didn't have the time for it. And I was just like, I honestly didn't want to build. Yeah, I was like, I love it. I still miss it to this day. Like, I still probably plan on doing something down the line similar, but it just wasn't the right time for it.
Okay, we got Erica. I'm reading a book by Martha Beck, and she addresses the conditioning and society expectations that we tell lies. The name of the book is The Art of Integrity.
I like that. I'm going to have to check that book out. I like me a good book.
Now, in one of my last 2 classes before I graduated my management degree, we had to do group projects with a book. And I was amazed. There was a book about every company needs a butthole.
Oh.
I'm like, what?
Never heard of that one. Okay.
I'm like, did you just say what that was in class? Like, we are grown. Like, yeah, but I ain't never heard that in, okay, this is what the grown-up room look like. We cussing their class. And the company say they need this, and they start breaking down. They the go get it. They bring more money and revenue up, but they are that butthole. Like, wow. So that's when people still stay there because they're making money for the team. Okay. I learned this in college. I'll be damned.
Yeah, I was like, I look at that book too.
Someone wrote a book. They write a book for everything, man.
Yeah, man. Listen, I might read. I like stuff like that.
If I can find the name of that book, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, please do. I was like, that sounds hilarious, but I know it probably has really good information in it.
Yeah, actually did. I mean, after I was shocked, I'm like, wow, it makes sense. So they're the number one money bringer in or earner. So yeah, they can be a douchebag to HR, like him again or her again. Oh man,
right.
They fire them because they're bringing in whatever amount. So we just gotta have no talk with them.
I'm pretty sure that's how some of my people felt about me. It's just like, man, like she is all over the place, but she's doing a really good job, so we're gonna keep her.
Hey, you doing your thing.
Yeah, I try.
You thought about writing a book?
Huh?
Have you thought about writing a book?
I have, and a lot of people keep telling me I need to do one. It's just my problem is I have a hard time focusing on different projects, so it's just like I write down everything. So I was like, I honestly probably can just do a collection of my notes and just actually format it. But it's just the focus portions. I was like, eventually I do plan on publishing something. I was like, it's badly needed, especially. And I was like, I feel like I have a lot of stuff that I can contribute to really help out. But I don't know when or where. I can't tell you no dates, but eventually I probably will have something.
After being an author, published 3 books, that Spidey sense you're talking
to they've been showing me my book the past couple of years. I'm just like, I let me get my stuff in order first. I was like, I was still trying to navigate these waters and trying to figure out what I'm trying to do right now. So I was like, I don't want to publish a book and then change a month later or something. So I was like, I want to stick to what I'm doing and actually build into it.
Okay. And Chris says, I have a book, a journal that encourages storyteller. Also like to help families as that is a part of my market dominating pitch. Sounds like a good plan.
Man.
Mother-daughter tag team up here. Okay. Erica says, I have been hired to be the bulldog who fired people and straightened up the chaos. I am a fractional CEO.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're Thanos in Marvel world. You're inevitable. They can't run from you.
Oh, man.
It's going to happen all the same.
I love it.
Oh, man.
Oh, What
I
analogy?
just don't have visual like Erica here. Oh man,
I know, but let's
who
tighten
look
up.
nervous? Who look nervous? I was Timmy over there. She wanted to get him. He over there like, dang, I thought I was doing a good job. Come to office, Timmy.
Oh
Proud of
man.
Erica. And Chris says, yes, books are nice. Making one is quite fun. It is. After you get done, you reflect.
Yeah.
It's a cool process. It really is.
I feel like eventually I'll get back to it. It's funny because I originally started off like the virtual assistant. One of my things was like writing, ghostwriting blogs and other stuff. But it's just like I made it into a job. I stopped liking it. So it's just like I'm trying to slowly get
turn
back.
everything into a job. You gotta slow down, baby.
See, that's what I said. That's why I really had to like get my life in order. I was like, I'm good now. So I was like, back then,
you
like,
take it all the way through.
I was building websites. I had started learning some code just so I could do like the WordPress website. Like I was doing too much. That's why I was like, I didn't. Yeah, I was like, I recently got diagnosed with ADHD. So I was like, once I found that out, I was just like, oh, this is why I'm just out here doing stuff.
Some people got a lot of talents. You one of them.
Yeah, it was just, it's just like, man, like chill out.
Thanos blast. Not and that's a compliment. That he played a great character.
Man, listen, it's funny because like Thanos, I was just like, when people are like talking trash about him, I was like, I kind of see his point, but like how he went about it was wrong.
I did too.
I was like, let me
sound crazy to say it out loud, but like, well, if you get rid of half the people, you keep some of the stuff, right? And that's something we complain about in our world now. Like, there's too many people in our population. Like,
I was like,
ain't nobody gonna be that wild like him,
Yeah, exactly. But I was like,
you gotta do something about it.
Not to sound like that, y'all, but I was like, y'all know I sided with Thanos, okay, but not like how he went about it, though, guys.
But that was a great movie.
It was, man. You know what? Let me not even see because I'll get started talking about a whole different topic. But yeah, I loved it.
And you know something? I don't know if you're a wrestling fan, but from what they just did at WrestleMania, they made their own version of it. Like, wow, I didn't think nobody else would recreate that, and that was pretty dope.
Yeah, I don't watch it too often anymore. I know I used to really like when I was younger.
Yeah, it sucked for a while, but they came back and they really told a story for Dusty Rhodes' son to win a title, and it was literally like y'all took the ending to throw together for this match, and like, wow. I guess everybody will start doing that now. That's like your crescendo, like take the top off this thing, do it like that.
Yeah, I might need to like go back through and look. I was like, man, I used to love it. I just like how they had everything set up. It's just like you said, like the storytelling pieces of stuff. So it was just like, I guess that's why I kept my attention.
So the funny part, The Rock came back to be the villain because he's actually on the board of the company that bought WWE and all that. So he called himself an arcade final boss, but he actually is the head of the board. So he's not lying.
That's
and
wild.
he was a total dirtbag.
I'm not surprised, but it's like, that's wild.
And Chris says, I love writing. It is so calm if you do so with a cup of green tea.
I love me my tea.
Yeah, green tea, not bad. Not bad.
Now, I started mushroom teas and stuff. So I was like, that's been pretty good.
Mushroom tea?
Yeah, like with the lion's mane and stuff. Like, I can't remember the name of that brand. I can't pronounce it. I just remember it starts with a T. It's like T-E-E. Okay. Yeah, but anyway, it's been pretty good because, again, I got like brain fog and stuff sometimes. I was like, I need something to make sure my brain is good. So I'm not all over the place again. So I was like, that's helping.
Now, Chris, okay, Chris, you want to see Thanos' backstory. If you're a Marvel person, you can Google it. And they have a synopsis probably online of his origin story.
Yeah, that'd be cool if they made it into a movie. I'm pretty sure down the line. I don't know, actually. I don't know.
Marvel's they could do a prequel. They could.
Yeah. I was like,
right now, the X-Men cartoon is epic. Oh my God.
I was like, I need to space out sometimes so I can watch that.
When you get time.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm just like, wow.
So I'm gonna have some time.
Ain't no punk. He actually a leader because the first time around, like, why does dude always, man? Am I a good leader? Should I ask the boss? Like,
yeah, all that crying.
I'm like, I mean, dog, ain't you the leader of the group? Why you always crying? Second guessing yourself. Push your chest up, do some push-ups. You ain't no pork this time around.
Oh,
You know what it
man.
is. I'm like, okay, I'm with you, dog. I'm with you. All right. We reached the part of the show where you promote what you got going on.
Okay. The only thing right now, because I am in a transition phase right now. So right now I'm launching a thing called the Process Lounge, where I'll be meeting with, I haven't decided, it's between 8 to 12 people, and we'll just be talking about like process improvement, projects y'all working on, what we could do better. Like myself too now. Like it's not just me just sitting around. Like we're all just be talking about like our operations, like things we want to do. Pretty much like a round table of sorts. So it's just like, okay, like what should we implement next? How should this look like? So that's coming in June. And that's free. It's just you got to register, and if you can't make it, just cancel it so the next person can come in, just so we can keep it full and keep it moving. But there's that. And like I mentioned, I focus more now on succession planning. So like those that have teams, but like they're trying to build out either knowledge bases for them to reach their next level or to like exit. So I'm focusing on those stuff, and I'm re-updating my services to reflect that better, because originally I was doing like a lot of consultations for like small businesses or those that either have small teams or by themselves, but like they like they maximize like their sales, but like, okay, like what do I go from here type stuff. So I'm kind of transitioning out of that right now. But overall, y'all just hang with me. The Process Lounge will be coming in June. Otherwise, follow me here on LinkedIn. I do a newsletter each week, and I just launched a Feature Friday. So like if you have questions about processes or comments, anything, I will be featuring people inside the newsletter and telling people stories. So I'm excited about that too.
Now, no LLC now.
Huh?
No LLC.
No.
Just Process Lounge. That's it.
This is it. I was like, we got one business. We are sticking with it. Outlets, no.
Hang out, gauge ideas. That's it. Don't do nothing else.
No, I am done. Them things are done.
Just checking.
Yeah, I learned my lesson.
Any else comments? Erica said villains are the best. Yes.
See, I look at they have a backstory, and I was like, they weren't always like that. So I was like figuring out like why did that happen, and like can it be like fixed or something? But anywho.
And Chris said, "Yeah, I saw this." Chris said, "That's such a great idea." Chris said, "How do I look you up?"
Let me. I can actually put my LinkedIn. Oh wait, you know what? I'll come back to the comments. I forgot I can't comment on here, but like I'll just comment how y'all can find me and stuff. But yeah, I was like, I'm kind of just here mainly on LinkedIn, telling my little stories. Facebook, I'm on Facebook too, but honestly, I'm about to say I'm a little ignorant on Facebook. So follow me on LinkedIn if you want professional stuff. I like sharing memes and stuff on Facebook. So I was like, just in case. I was like, if y'all want to keep a professional image of me, just stay on LinkedIn.
Okay. I type in the comment. She is on.
But yeah.
Did I spell it right? I guess not. Oh yeah, you gotta put the capital I, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Oh boy, for real.
Oh man, that's exactly why I be just doing stuff after. I just be messing up stuff. All right, I'll make sure to connect afterwards. I gotta be careful. They're doing a bunch of construction over here, so like my camera is just iffy, even though we got the best fiber to come into the internet or whatever. But
okay, she found you.
Okay, perfect.
Awesome.
Yeah, but Lord.
They put it on both my pages. Wow. YouTube and Facebook. I'm somebody out here now. Please like, subscribe to the
I know, right?
Hey boy, little trying to get to 1,000. So I start doing live video stuff on there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Appreciate it.
I know I've been sharing it, so hopefully it comes sooner rather than later.
And Eric would like to chat with you too. If you want to chat, we're connected.
Definitely. I was like, I'm back in town. I was traveling last week, but I was like, I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. So definitely we get something set up. And I was like, I remembered your name too. So definitely.
Yeah, I'm connect too with Erica. So she thug dizzle with the liking villains. Never heard nobody say that out loud as a woman.
I mean,
Respect.
sometimes you got to. It's like I gotta remember.
Appreciate you, Chris. Appreciate that. You know, I support I can get. Trying to get this thing cracking more than what it is. Now, I want a disclaimer. I have 3 shows. This is help people find a purpose, professional, blah, 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 all that good stuff.
Yeah.
The sports show, and he showed middle ground, this interview. You see Sports Line with JLE and Marte. That sports, we talk a lot of trash.
Okay, I was looking at something.
I said, man, you ain't gonna see this, Jeff. You're gonna see Jeff talk with the people like, man, that's a bull jive. Shut that crap up. LeBron suck or whatever. Then there's a Saturday show, move back to 9 o'clock, ground floor. Social conversation panel, grown folk, talk about all different topic show. Talk trash over there too, but grown up trash. So more than welcome.
I like it.
You know, because I mean, I just gotta let people know because you see the show, like this is the professional stuff.
Yeah, I know. It's like, okay, stick with middle ground, y'all. If you want the professional one, middle ground.
It's been like, Jeff, he talking smack. Like, I talk trash.
I was looking through the channel too. I was like, oh, this. I was like, I like it.
Of course. I mean, I got my co-host, shout out to her, swear down. You know, I was not a LeBron fan, but you just talked about him some more. Like, the truth? How does that make me a hater?
Y'all are funny.
I'm like, come on, I'm just telling the truth. Like, I ain't like we're gonna talk about they fired the coach. Somehow he ain't doing enough to help them win on the court. Somehow that's his fault. Somehow it's the coach's fault. Just saying. So that's gonna be talking about in another hour. So yeah, I'm a hater then. That's the case. I don't go to church in the morning.
I guess we got to play the Kendrick Lamar disc real quick. The little hater piece.
I was shocked by that song. Like,
I was surprised.
Just a diss?
Outside the business stuff real quick. I was honestly surprised he at it.
Yeah, I had to listen to it a few times. Like, so this what counts as a diss song? Because I graduated in 96. We came up where Hit 'em Up came out.
Yeah, but the same Tupac. I don't think anyone
it's a problem.
Yeah.
I'm like, he said, oh, he talking about Arby. That's so-and-so name. Like, oh, I know that. I mean, I came up where Tom, Rick, I can't stand you, and boom, boom. Okay, yeah, he don't like them.
Yeah.
It's like you had to really listen, like, who are you talking about?
Yeah, I know. So unless you were already caught up in what was happening back and forth, then you probably wouldn't know. Or it could kind of be like.
Yeah. I mean, they said your name on the track, right? Tom, I don't like you. And this is why, like, okay. He got a bad beat. Oh, he talking about trash, but what you gonna do come back? Because he said your full government name.
Yeah, I know. So I was like, all right.
You like, okay, you listen, but I don't know, man. Maybe I'm older now.
I was like, I ain't on Instagram and stuff to be following nothing. So I was like, hopefully it finds its way to me on TikTok.
I just really started using my TikTok because I didn't know what to do with it.
I honestly just be watching videos. I was like, I post every now and again. It's like I'll go through like a spurt and then I stop posting on it, and that's kind of where I am right now. But I'm gonna try and come back into it over the summer. It's like it helps a lot. I love it. But
now I pretty much when I make clips of the shows, I put them on there or the flyers, and I went from writing daily, encouraging stuff to video making it.
Yeah,
I put it everywhere. I try to do that now. All right, next question.
All right.
What has been your biggest challenge on your journey?
Okay, besides people, I would say the biggest challenge, honestly.
Wow.
My biggest challenge has honestly been, but all jokes aside, just I guess pinpointing what exactly I wanted to do, like how I wanted to do stuff.
Okay. I ain't ready to say people.
Yeah, I was like, honestly, the people is the hardest part of my job. It's just like, because like I said, like the job itself is, to me, the job itself is simple, but it's a lot of work, but it's simple. to me. But it's just like navigating the different personalities and like if something's not working, like making sure stuff gets implemented. Cause it's like, I know I can implement stuff, but like I have to make sure the other person does it. Otherwise, it's just kind of like I'm doing all this work for nothing. So it's just like, honestly, that has been the toughest part of my job. Cause it's like I can come up with processes, I can help like with improvement, I can make a plan, I can do all this stuff, but it's just like unless it gets implemented and seen all the way through, it's like this is kind of like what we doing here. Like you're just paying me just to do that. And honestly, I'm past the point of like just accepting money. It's just kind of like, are you actually going to use the work, or I don't want to waste my time with it.
Yeah. You got merchandise on?
I do. I don't sell it, but it's like laziness over hustle culture.
Oh, okay. Well, she got merch. I'm still working to get mine out here.
I was like, anytime I have to talk about lazy millennial, I try to wear like this is where I stand at. I was like, we support laziness over here.
I know you gotta explain that because that ain't the traditional laziness.
I know. I was like, yeah. I was like, everyone's just like, why lazy?
Not looking for a job, like not that type of laziness.
I know. It's like it gets people in, and then like afterwards, it's like actually, so if you're a business or you run a business or something like that, this is how the laziness part works. In it's just like the documentation you could delegate out or exit, and hopefully become more profitable from all your documentation and stuff. So. Just a little spin on play, and I was like, I'm a millennial, so it's like, why not?
And Erica asks, are you in Tulsa?
I am in Charleston, South Carolina.
Yeah, they are there. Me, and we lazy. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Support laziness. I'm cool with it. I'm with it. But yeah, it's just people. I know. I was trying to think if there's something else, but I was just like, it's honestly that. And then like, I guess me getting in my own way. Cause like I said, I was doing way too much. So it's just like between those two things, that's it.
Oh man. Now, in your words, what has been your impact in the community?
Okay. I guess honestly, I would say just my background has always been in the community. So it's just like when I started like doing my I'll start with the transition. When I transitioned to Lazy Millennial and like teaching people about like different processes and like putting on like free little gatherings and stuff to talk about it, I would say it helped make a difference because people a lot more, but like also too, it kind of like, I would say for some people, like it kind of help them expand like outside the box. It's like, oh, like maybe I should be doing something different in my business, or like maybe I should be paying more attention to this because like I don't want to say I think we do well with what we're taught because like people teach like, okay, like you need to have a business plan, you need to have XYZ, you need to have this, but like
that's not a way to do it.
Yeah, like I feel like it gave them me doing all this talking and like showing receipts with stuff. It's just like there is a real different way we can do stuff. So it's like now I see more people or people coming up to me like, yeah, like I took like some advice you did online and like I was actually able to like take some things off my business, or I realized I want to do this path, and like I was able to start up a lot quicker because you said I need to do XYZ. So it's just like little things like that, like people actually paying attention and actually implementing. That's the biggest thing, is implementation. Like you're actually setting yourself up to actually succeed and you actually see it all the way through. So there's actually feedback for it. So like I would say just thinking outside the box. So it's just like now, like even I always try to like be in people's face. So like whenever I'm like doing stuff like the event, like last week I was a part of, like I just kind of I always make sure they see my face, so like people just recognize the brand before like I have to show my face. It's just kind of like, oh, we know you for Lazy Millennial. Oh, you do XYZ. Like you show people how to live lazily, things like that. So it's just the biggest thing is just, I guess, outside the box thinking. That's one of the main things I want people to think of when they hear my brand. So it works.
Okay, I got a few more. Appreciate them joining the show. Better to lazy than be burnt out.
Yep.
Erica asks, have you heard of the Lazy Ministry?
I have not. That sounds interesting though.
Yeah, it actually do.
Yeah, I'll say if you got something for me, I'll definitely look that up. That sounds cool. Oh, that's different.
You heard the
I
nap
was like,
ministry?
that's cool. I was like, I have not heard of these.
Lazy and nap. That's some new stuff to me too. Okay.
But see, there's so much stuff that be like out there, and I was like, we just don't know.
Yeah, I ain't never heard that one. Yeah, I miss some graham crackers and juice. Good old days. Not paying no bills.
Man,
Always
listen.
fishing.
I was like, I be telling my kids all the time, I was like, y'all just don't know. I was like, just be
Man.
glad. That's all you got to do.
Woo. I was one of those idiots. I can't wait till I'm grown. Like, go back in time. Shut up.
That's what
Enjoy yourself.
every week. I'm like, man, I was like, this is what I really wanted to trade up for. I was like, I had everything.
Yeah, you can watch whatever you want, do what you want, and look at all the responsibility you got. Yeah, it really balanced out.
I'm like, I played myself.
Absolutely. Last question. Yoda gang. What advice do you have for someone trying to find their purpose?
I would say let it come to you, because it took me a while to like build up to this, and I felt like I kind of was forcing myself to do stuff.
Okay.
So I would say still live your life, still like play around with different things, but definitely don't force it. Don't feel like you have to be doing something. Like, just it'll come, and when it comes, you'll know. So I would say just take it easy, because I feel like we're just kind of like, our society too is just like, we gotta move quick. If you haven't figured this out, like, you're dumb, or you're behind, or you're gonna be a hag, whatever is going on. But like,
yep,
yeah. So it's
ain't
like,
done 10 minutes. What? Like, it take longer.
It's like, man, come on. It's just like, just breathe, take it easy. Like, it'll come. It may come now, it may come years from now, but like, definitely just live your life and let it come.
And it's crazy because I was talking about doing a show in 2019 before COVID hit, but I ain't think it'd be this or morph into 3 shows. I'm like, okay, yeah. We get a co-host, talk about different stuff, you know. Be dope, man. Get a few guests or something. Stuff I was watching. I ain't.
Yeah, so
just
doing
like, all this, man. And I'm extrovert, talking to strangers. What? Stranger danger. I don't know the people. They don't know me. And I'm reaching out. Hey, would you like to be a guest show? Who are you? Look at this page. What do you do? Oh, that's pretty dope. Yeah, I like to be a guest.
That's exactly how I am. It's just funny to hear it.
Hey, unfortunately, on this journey, God told me I had to be totally transparent, which I don't want to be. Never want to tell my business. I'm very CIA-like, but it's helping people, I guess.
It does, because I was like, at first, like, I keep bringing it up. I was like, with my ADHD diagnosis, I was embarrassed by it at first, and I was just like, do I even want to share this? Because I had to like shut down everything I wanted to do next, and I was just like, I don't know if I want to share this. I was like, I might keep this to myself. And like, as time went on, and like, I don't remember like what prompted me to even like share it online. I think someone was like telling the story, and I think I commented on something. And then like people were like messaging me about it. And I think that's when I was just like, you know what, I'll share bits and pieces. I'm not gonna share the full story, but I'll share bits and pieces. And people really, they loved it. It's just because we don't get that. Cause like we get like the reels, like people like, oh, like I made this much, or I'm going here, I did this. And it's just like seeing somebody like, hey, I'm struggling right now. And I don't know when I'm gonna come out of it, but I'm here and I'm showing up still. It's just like, oh, wow. I'm feeling the same way.
Man, my first book, I wrote a lot of encouraging quotes, and I was instructed by the Lord to put my journey to get my degree in there. The total journey.
Yeah.
No, I don't talk about no everything. Stuff you told people. Oh, man, this dude tripping. So in writing, I wrote it in like a week. Oh, I'm never gonna reach this. I attempt suicide. I'm never telling nobody that. Clutching my pearls. Oh no, they can't.
Yeah.
I'm smart.
Be like that though. Yeah.
No. September that year, put a book out. It's gonna help people, and it did, and it led to me being a guest to other people's show dealing with mental health issues. Like, I was never gonna tell them, but I'm talking about how to help.
Yeah.
Look, dude, why? Why my business gotta be on the street like this, man?
I know. I'd be like sitting there and I'd be looking at stuff because it's like So like I'm part of like an initiative at my local hospital for like moms that had mental depression and stuff during like their firstborn. I was like, they got me to tell my story. They're like, sometimes be looking at it, like, I can't believe I said that, want to throw up. Like, wow, like, y'all really got me to open up. Like,
Man.
wow, but it helps. But I was like, I'm not doing that anymore. I was like, sometimes I'm kind of like, should I have been out there like that? But it really does. It really does
Yeah,
help.
it does help people.
Kudos to you.
And yours is a superpower because you can come up with stuff like that.
Yep.
And see it all the way through. You know what I'm saying? You know how many people out here come up with great stuff and don't even go turn to LLC?
Yeah, I see. That's why I'm like constantly like just.
I raised my hand.
Yeah.
I raised my hand. I was one of these people. I'm doing this, and after 5 or so months, like, you didn't make this actual company yet. No, I didn't. Let me go take care of that.
Right.
So somebody else do it. Like, dang, never dawned on me. And I got a business degree.
I know, it's just like, yeah, I got this.
But doing stuff like, no, this is business, man. You put on LLC it, but you already be on that thought once you do it. Like, you take it from creation all the way to reality. And that's an awesome superpower. Some people don't. I know.
That. It's like I have to remember that too, because like sometimes it's like, oh, like it's nothing, but it's like, no, it is something, and like people really need that advice and stuff. So it's just like I had to get out of my own head, I guess, sometimes, because that was my thing too. It's just me in the way of myself. It's just kind of like, oh, like I know this is simple. Like I feel like I'm just saying the same stuff over and over, and people already know this stuff, and it's just like when I say it finally, and it just kind of like, oh wow, like I didn't think about doing stuff like this. It was just little stuff like that. So yeah, and I appreciate it.
Yeah. You are who you're supposed to be, helping people in the lane you're supposed to be helping them. And unfortunately, I'm doing the same that I wasn't trying to do. My dad was a pastor. I wasn't trying to do no ministry, bro. No ministry. None.
Yeah.
God is over there. Make a left. I'm good. I help. I did my 2 cents. You don't play fair. And again, educated person. 2 months ago, I realized, you doing ministry with this thing, Joe. What the? That dude's crafty. I give him that. Dang. I would have never thought about what I'm doing. But Erica, she said, yes, it is radical stance that we have done enough. Lay down.
Oh, yeah. I like that. Yeah.
It's a movement.
And rest is definitely like, I don't think I like rest anymore.
Naps are great.
Is that my rest? And it's like, if I feel like I'm overwhelmed one day, it's like all that stuff is going off. Like I don't like forcing stuff. Just like, that's good. I'll try again tomorrow.
That's good. Now, has this been your first interview, or you done multiples already?
I've done multiples.
Okay.
But this one's been more laid back. So I always like when it's like laid back type of thing. We kind of can let our minds and brains talk. Because normally it's more polished, but I guess polished is kind of like give business advice, say this, say that, and be done. So I always enjoy when I can just kind of like just talk and whatever comes to mind.
Oh, yeah, this ain't Dan Rather, Gum. This ain't none of them people. It's cool, informal. I try to live by the tagline where we treat you like family, cool environment to share your story, to help someone find their purpose.
I love it.
And I've had people come on the show. I'm not them people wonder what hotel or club you came out 3 a.m. Oh, you not? This ain't that type of party.
Yeah, I know.
Cool. Yeah, you know, like now you take.
No, like you always gotta try to vibe it out. Yeah. It's like I don't know. It's like okay, let me keep my stuff short just in case. It's like sometimes people don't like it.
I'm like, I gotta start singing a song, crack a joke, like relax.
Yeah,
don't do that over here in the middle ground.
Now it's like some of these folks are strict out here in these streets.
So yeah, hey, I don't care about your walk chain all day. None of my business. I'm trying to get that Yoda game, the wisdom.
I love
what made you do what you do to help someone else? So I need you comfortable and relaxed to be reflective. So I came saying, I know you was at that part. We got camera.
Yeah, they be like, oh.
Just live at 32 coming like, oh, that's how Jeff get down. I ain't never going on that man's show. No, ain't that type of party.
Oh man.
Nah, you want to do that? Because someone's gonna watch it and might do similar or exactly.
Right.
They got a
That's the
snapshot
hope.
what it's like. So I want to thank the owner of the Lay's Millennial.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
said it right. Business process consultant,
Yep.
Adriana Richardson, and her superpowers, future author, and everything else.
Like you put that in there.
Of course.
It will come true. I will. I got you. I definitely will be. I don't know when. Don't ask me when, but it will come out at some point.
Now, I don't know if Chris be sharing this, but we're gonna put up here. One of my mom's wigs is named Wisdom, another is named Harriet.
I love it.
Okay.
I had, but listen,
You're in the same house now. Keep that in mind, Chris. You're in the same house.
Oh, that's funny.
You can run from it. She gonna find you all the same.
I know. So I had my little stuff that goes with the outfits. So like, I'm gonna be this character today. This person makes me feel like this. Having a whole be telling my husband you ain't got to worry about nothing. I was like, I got multiple personalities for you right here. Let me just put on my different wig. Come on out.
Be careful. The wigs out here. Wow. Oh, see, yeah. You better go hide. She's gonna get you.
I love this.
Y'all are awesome. Appreciate y'all for being tuned into the show. Hope you had a great time, felt comfortable, enjoyed yourself in the middle ground. You're always welcome back.
Oh, of course. Thanks again for having me. This has been fun.
Oh, I appreciate you. You know, anybody watching, like, subscribe, share, YouTube, Middle Ground JLE. We got more great guests to come. And she's gonna be back again because that book coming at some point.
Y'all see I'm staying on me. I got to write one.
You know, I know a female that can get in on the Marvel conversation. DC, that's rare.
Yeah.
Have a summit. You know, check out X-Men 97. Hey, what did y'all think? Because I'm like, wow, there's 2 more episodes left.
Man, I need to catch up my Marvel. I was like, I got my thing list ready. I was like, summer break about to be here. I'm about to sit down and enjoy everything.
X-Men 97. Just start right there.
Okay. Yeah, I was looking at that. I was like, this is
gonna be like, wow. That dude brought it with this storytelling.
I'm glad you said that too. I was like, okay. I wasn't sure. I was always gonna watch it, but I wasn't sure how what direction they're gonna take it in. So I'm glad to hear that.
The first episode, they put respect on Cyclops' name. Like, okay, he is leader. Okay. All right, respect. Because you was old sucker duck dude in the 90s. Like, this dude always whining and cheating about why they don't like me. Like, you're a leader. What's a push-up? Shut up.
Man.
Like, why did you so whiny? They respect on his name. Oh, okay, you're fine. Above man, y'all wigs. Okay, because I want you in trouble. Okay, mine got cleaned up. That's business in there. All about freedom and liberation. I got you. Let our wigs go. I ain't mad at you.
I love it.
I have fun on the Friday. That's what we're doing JLE Friday nights with the shows. Sports coming later. So again, we want to thank the Lay's Millennial owner, business process consultant, Adriana Richardson, sharing the story. Hope you got something out of it. Share. Say Middle Ground with JLE is a great show. Wouldn't hurt. Anybody watching? Just saying. And we'll be doing this another time. You always welcome back. Have a good weekend, everybody.